Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
This is the Echis cage with Dad there looking interested and Mom somewhat relaxed, and a whole bunch of little babies lying all over the place. You can see a lot of the babies have gone through their first shed. It's a little tough to clean up with so many deadly little snakes lying around. Dad, don't bolt. Getting a little upset. Huh? No reason to get all upset. I can see the babies are booking out of town. I think there's 24 plus babies. Can I have that? Thank you. Be really careful because Mom is very defensive regarding her brood. People say that snakes just drop their babies and go. That is not the case with this species of Echis soshirukii from Pakistan and India. I've had many broods of this species, and I leave the babies in with Mom, generally not Dad. Dad's feeding response is not suppressed by hormones. He did his job a while ago. Hi, how you doing? Hi, you're hungry, huh? I gave you something to eat yesterday. That wasn't enough, huh? This cage really needs to be cleaned. I was away for 10 days before their birth, and during their birth I wasn't here. So the cage is rather untidy. Babies are all dispersed in the cage. You know, my venomous snakes, although they're okay with me being around, they just never get excited about me cleaning up after them. It's a major disturbance in their force. And we really gotta be really careful because my hand is really close to, you know, certainly within strike range. And I don't want to take a bite from one of these guys. I have South African polyvalent on hand, which is sort of from this very nice paper written by Brian Fry's team, is sort of a middle-of-the-road Echis antivenom. It's effective against most of the 5 or 6 species of Echis. South African polyvalent Echis antivenom works the best against Egyptian saw scale vipers, as well as Echis coloratus, or the Arabian saw scale viper, who inhabit the cage above. But they're not so effective, and you have to give more of it to achieve the desired results against Echis sochiruchii, as well as Echis ocellatus and Echis leucogaster, all of which I have in my collection here. I was not happy to see that, but you know, we're learning more and more about lots of differences in snake venom depending on where they come from. And it doesn't matter even if they're the same genus or species, they're quite different. And some antivenoms are ineffective or ineffective. Others are quite effective. Okay, so I'm releasing some small crickets, which are the favorites of young saw scales to eat. It'll drive the parents crazy, but Echis sochiruchii can. But you know, this is what small echis eat in the wild, mostly invertebrates. Hi, Mom. It's just a camera. I'm hoping we'd be able to see some of the small echis chasing after and, you know, chomping down on well, the hapless crickets. But you know, my rule of the planet is you're on somebody's food item list, no matter, you know, where you are and who you are, something's going to want to eat you, whether it be plant or animal. You're on somebody's menu, and that includes humans. So we'll let these little crickets crawl around, and there's a very nice little picture of a baby looking all nervous and stuff. Here's another one right here, maybe even a couple. And a whole pile of babies over here. So I'm going to let them hopefully chow down now that I disturbed them, and come back a little later and see if someone has eaten. Well, this is a bit of a surprise and a shock for me, because I've had countless groups of Echis, and I've never had so many of them take food off the forceps before. You know, there can be something said for serial passage of genes. Their parents were feeding on rodents. Their grandparents were feeding on rodents, and finally maybe it's sort of sticking. Look at him go. I mean, look, he's working it down. This guy here in the corner, which you really can't see, has got most of it down. We did find that they ate one of their brethren. Well, you know, just because they were moving and they looked tasty, I guess. I don't know. This sort of thing happens. I'm trying to not disturb them and make them all frightfully upset. It's better if they decide that this might be something tasty like that. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Usually these things are unbelievably tough to feed. Now these are big meals, so you know they should be able to keep it down, because Lori spotted the other baby sawscale that ate its sibling, and it was it was huge. That was a big meal. If you can imagine one of these eating something the size of one of these, it gets packed in there really well. Now the pinks fortunately will digest very quickly because they're mostly water, and I think I might have many of these actually feeding on a routine basis very soon. Of course, we will continue to have casualties. Could I separate them? Yes. However, I think they get so frightened and so disturbed, because this is where they were born. This is home to them. They've never lived any other place. So, even though some of the other babies will get eaten by others, I think this is the best environment to let them grow a little bit in, even if there are some casualties. And besides, I have probably 30 sawscales in here, and I don't have homes for them all. So, and some of them are definitely going to die, 50% of them or more, if I try to force feed them, etc., etc. So, I will try to get them going on this. Hey, you struck that one and you left it. Now leave him alone. Roar! Okay, I was sort of cheating. I did defrost those pinks in with Gecko. But we have to use whatever tools we have available. Now, I'm just gonna, he's finished up, so I'm just gonna leave these guys alone. And then when these guys get done, I mean, there's literally a freaking boatload under the log there. There's even some in the logs there. Hello, hello. They get all crawling through this log. Oops, did you drop your tucker, huh? Huh? It's back. Come on and get it. Come on and get it. Come on. Oh! You got scared right off the end of the log. Alright, well, I'll sort of leave that there. He's working at it. He got it all the way down.
It really is funny watching them try to eat this thing.
This little guy was crawled up on the window. He was like looking at me, and I just handed it to him. It was so incredible. Okay, dude, I'm sorry to bother you. Whoa, a little tough to maneuver with, with a big lump in your gut, huh?
That's awesome.
Wow, look at that. Look at him going out. Hey, there might be something good to eat here. Alright, well, I better go get some more, because these guys, I don't want them attacking one another, which might happen with the scent of food in there. How about that? How about that? That's amazing.
That is very cool.
Oh, I'm crippled. I can't walk. This is what communal feeding is all about. If one sees something that the other one's got, the other one wants it too. You already ate. Get out of here. Yeah, a good number of them are. Come on. Go ahead, take it. It's really tasty, I promise. Come on. Yes, I know it looks big. Come on. Come on. Come on, little guy. Come on. Come on, that's the right idea. Come on. I have to watch that somebody doesn't sneak under my hand here and nip me. Okay, so here's Miss Keelback. Now, if you remember correctly, this is Rabidophis tigrinus, the checkered keelback or the tiger keelback from Southeast Asia, and it's a rear-fanged snake and is both venomous and poisonous, one of the few that are actually out there. Those orange patches are called nuchal glands. They secrete a toxin that their body sequesters from the toads and stuff they eat. The toads, as you know, toads are toxic. Okay, I'm trying to help you.
Thanks, I don't need help.
Yeah, she's very flighty. I'll just let her fight the fish all by herself. They have this process called sequestering. They digest the toad, they absorb the toad toxin, and the toad toxins are sent to the nuchal glands. So if a predator grabs that snake around the neck, which is the likely place that she would be grabbed, she emits and oozes this poison out. The aggressor or predator will get the toxin in its mouth and be poisoned, maybe fatally, maybe not, but the next time it will, if it survives, it will choose not to mess with a snake with that coloration. Now, this snake had been in the pet trade for many, many years until some kid, I think in the UK, got bit and had all the classic envenomation symptoms of a rear-fanged colubrid like your hooslang, which is a rear-fanged cytotoxic hemorrhagic type venom. It essentially causes you to have a meltdown, sort of like if you were sickened with Ebola. Let me see if I can get a little closer without freaking her out.
Yeah, I try not to get too close because it seems to freak her out so much.
Yeah, she's a very flighty snake, and I don't want to be chasing her and playing snake hockey. I imagine she would be very fast. There's...
Oh, look at the venom that just got left up there.
Here.
Look at that. He decided to lunge at the glass when I was standing next to it and just left a load of venom. That would have been a very bad bite.
Yes. The blunt nose pit viper that Mrs. Viperkeeper was just describing has lots and lots of metalloproteases in their venom, and those usually cause significant tissue damage. Got a stick in her mouth she's working down. There we go, that one was easy, wasn't it? We start off big and go small with her. Here we go. She has taken pinks from me. There you go. I theoretically have some more of these coming in. There's a zoo that this snake has been on their wish list for a long time. It would be nice to be able to fill that order. I've done a lot of business with the zoo. The curator actually was an intern originally at the Kentucky Reptile Zoo. Very competent, very excellent keeper. You know, this snake has a great story to tell. The story that I told you about being poisonous and venomous, as well as the very unique function that the snake's digestive system has in its ability to take venom and sequester it and then put it to a defensive use that the toad no longer needs, because the toad becomes one with the snake. Well, there we have it. You know, she's growing, and they get quite big, a couple feet, which of course would be a very bad bite. Now, since she's not eating right now and occupied, I'm going to shut this because we don't want her zooming out of the cage.
Yeah, she is very fast.
So that's the tiger keelback, Rabbitophis tigrinus.